Who actually owns your book if ChatGPT helped you create it? We got this question in our community. Our community just crossed 10,000 people. You can join it on Facebook. It's called Self Publishing Profits with Jenny Hansen Lane. That's my name. I've published over 600 books and crossed six figures. Today we're talking about who owns your book if ChatGPT actually helped you create it. Let's talk about the three big things. Number one, AI help doesn't automatically mean no copyright. And I learned this from my copyright attorney, Evan. I'm not a copyright attorney. I don't play one on YouTube. This content is educational and entertainment, right? Edutainment, because you are still responsible for your own account. So AI assisted versus AI generated matters when it comes to putting your book on Amazon. And if you have been publishing longer than 2 to 3 years, you know that when AI first came out and got really popularized, when you uploaded a book on Amazon, you chose two things. You chose either it was AI assisted or AI generated. This came about because of the copyright law that you need human touch. So KDP, they wanted to get an idea of like how much are their self-publishers actually using AI. And with the Copyright Office, they wanted to make sure like, okay, these are copyrighted works. But AI kept advancing so quickly that Amazon Kindle Direct Publishing actually removed that. And they updated it where you just clicked that you used AI, and then they wanted to know what part of the book was AI and what you actually used. And so they broke it into multiple answers, like, are there images? If there's images used for AI, what did you use, right? ChatGPT or Gemini or Nano Banana or Canva Media Magic. The second one was text. Was your text actually written, or maybe you did a prompt journal and you used, you know, ChatGPT for it. And so you had to disclose that part. So it's really important that you understand the nuances of what is happening with book publishing and AI because neither are going away. Book publishing is one of the oldest industries in the world, and it's never collapsed. Like it's right behind, it might be older than life insurance, which has never collapsed. Every other industry has had some type of volatile, like whoosh, whiplash to it. So number one, using AI doesn't automatically mean that there's no copyright. You just need to understand the difference between assisted and actually generated content. The second part of this is that your human created work can be protected even if you used AI. The nuance is, did you go to AI for your idea or do you have your own ideas? It's important as a human to use that beautiful big brain of yours. The other part that you need to pay attention to is looking at what you actually created, right? It's more difficult right now to have AI artwork copyrighted on its own versus creating a whole body of work like an activity book or a coloring book and using AI for bits and pieces of it, but like it was still your full idea for the actual coloring book, right? So number two to this of like who owns the book if AI actually helped you create it is that your human contributions actually matter when it comes to the Copyright Office. Your writing, your rewriting, your sketching, your drawing, your selection, your arrangement, like you're the orchestra, like you're the, where is it? It's like leaving my brain right now. You're the director of the orchestra, right? Your creative decisions, you're telling AI where to put things, right? Like you're leading the music. So it's important that you document your contributions also because that's such a huge part of why the Copyright Office was actually established to protect the you know, human creativity. It's really powerful, especially in America. We're so blessed to have that. And I know every country is different. Every country has their blessings too. So no shade there. The third thing to think about when we talk about who owns your book if AI helped you create it, is that people mix this one up a lot, and it's okay because I've been there, I've done that. Copyright and KDP are actually two different things. Copyright law is like asking what is protectable, and KDP has its own publishing rules. So you need to follow the current AI disclosure requirements on the platforms that you choose to publish on. So whether even now, like recently, when you post something on Meta, if you upload something on Facebook that you generated and the file name is saved as like ChatGPT August 11th, then it will come up as AI info. Just so the public knows, like this is something we are disclosing. And I think that's okay. I think that's good. Publishing something doesn't automatically give you copyright protection. So you need to do your part in your due diligence to keep your account safe. If you have any questions about this, my YouTube channel is dedicated to helping you make books profitable, helping you understand the nuances of publishing, and helping you protect your work. Again, I'm not an attorney. I don't play one online. This is educational entertainment. And if you have any questions, drop it below. I have a free training coming up, so you're invited to that. It's the first link in the comments. And just remember, if you don't quit, you can't lose. And I will see you in the next video. Peace out.